Hi everyone, welcome to the channel dedicated to sharing the profound insights and wisdom of Andromedan contactee Alex Collier. If you're new here, you're in for a journey that expands your mind and consciousness, bringing you closer to understanding the messages from the fifth density Andromedan extraterrestrials. For those returning, we're grateful for your continued support. Before we dive into today's enlightening content, we have a small favor to ask. If you find value in the knowledge shared in this video, please consider hitting that like button, subscribing to our channel, and clicking the bell icon so you never miss an update. Your engagement helps us amplify Alex Collier's message, allowing us to reach a larger audience with these vital messages. We'd also love to hear from you, so please engage with the comments below. Whether it's a question, your thoughts, or even just an emoji for the sake of engagement, every comment counts. We read every single comment, and your feedback is incredibly valuable to us, as it all contributes to our mission of expanding this community. So please don't hesitate to leave your thoughts below. Additionally, if you'd like to support us further, consider giving a super thanks tip by clicking the heart with the $sign. This small gesture allows us to continue bringing you more of Alex's messages, unfiltered and directly from his lifelong experiences with the Andromedans. Today's video includes a compilation of several of the many important questions Alex Collier has received over the past few years, so please sit back, relax, and enjoy today's video.
I've been dreaming a very tall man who said in my mind, "I have 19 children." He did a gesture with his right hand and I saw a flying vehicle, sort of plane, triangular shape, silver in color. He said something about you. Is he a friend? He said something about you. Is he a friend of yours? Was it only my imagination? I have no idea. Well, there we go. No, any Andromedans with 19 children?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Yes, I do. That's intriguing. I will ask the question. I will ask the question. She must have been traveling out of her body. You know?
Yeah.
In other words, she was traveling. She was dreaming, but she was traveling at the same time.
So
Yeah.
It was not only her imagination, it was her
There is a high probability it was not.
reality.
That's interesting.
Isn't it? Lovely. Can I show everybody the picture?
That's your picture? It was sent to you?
It was sent to me by a beautiful lady who lives in Glastonbury, England. And it's a picture, she said, of an Andromedan, and I said nothing to Alex. I just showed him this picture. Let me just go to the share, and I just showed him this picture, and he said, "Ah, that's one of ours," or something to that effect.
Yes, that's what they look like.
That's what they look like. So there you go. Let me just present to everyone. There she is. Do you want to take us through?
I didn't do the drawing.
Well, but take us through some of the features that stand out to you as like what that means. As you know, that's definitely
okay.
Andromeda.
Well, the features are to me that of a woman. They do have the long, slender necks. The shoulders are not exactly right, but that wasn't the focus of the picture, obviously. The eyes, they are that color, but they also change color based on what they're thinking, and they change to different colors that we don't even have in our spectrum. Their skins are perfect. They are extremely regal in their appearance. There's no other word that I can use. Their physicality is magnificent, actually. And it's I was very intimidated um, for a while until I realized it didn't matter, you know, but that's just who they are. So I'm not sure if her intention was to draw a man, but the energy to me is that of a woman. And though the facial structures will be different, the shape of the eyes and the head and the neck is pretty universal amongst their race. They're quite extraordinary. They really are. It was well done, very well done. I think she nailed it.
Sounds like it. I mean, from her, and also the auric color there of that sort of aqua color. You know, the surround the light is kind of glowing from her head, but also the surrounding color to that. There is a sense that is also the atmosphere that she's coming through.
I couldn't say.
Yeah.
I couldn't say.
It's about who the other contactees that need to come forward. Do you need to like give them another kick up the because
I just did. I just did.
all right.
You know, there are other groups that are also talking to other folks, and you know they need to step up, and it's huge. It's not only a huge responsibility; it can be absolutely terrifying because you know that once you start down this path, the people that you hold near and dear are going to move away because of either belief systems, they can't hold the same frequency, or it creates so much fear in them that they simply choose not to deal with it or even experience or want to even experience the reality of that yet, because they have not spiritually evolved to a place where they can even contemplate this, okay? So it's scary because you often, for a time period, find yourself very alone. And you're like, oh my God, why did I do this? Because you're disowned, you're attacked, you're discredited, just so many things you would never even think about. You would lose jobs just because someone heard you on the radio show. You know, it's you have to really, really be dedicated to the mission to see it through, and it's difficult. The consciousness of humanity doesn't make it easy. It doesn't. I think it's better now than it's ever been. I think humanity is more open now than it's ever been. And I think soon, I think literally very, very soon, there will be more and more people who will be coming forward and talking about their experiences and their relationships with other star nations. I do, and you know, I will offer any support that I can. But you know, I don't know everything, and I'm still dealing with my you know, with my conditions. So I can't help but think that for all the knowledge and wisdom that's up on fifth density, that if they had sat down with a bunch of us at a round table and say, what's the best way to do this? I am sure we could have come up with a few ideas that they could have implemented to make it easier for those of us who, you know, we're here to do this kind of work. because it's not a walk in the park. It's just not, and especially when you are telling humanity something that goes against the grain that everybody has accepted as being real, even though it's just a belief system, but they have accepted it as real and they have taken it on as real. And then when they take it on as real, it becomes part of their character makeup, you know, how they identify themselves. When you go against the grain and say, you know what, that may not be right, they don't want to hear it. They really don't. So all you can do is lay breadcrumbs down and hope that at some point, that as they spiritually evolve and they start to question things themselves, that they start looking for the answers themselves. And all they have to do, and we've all experienced this, is when you start thinking about something and you want information about something, it's amazing, it's almost miraculous how that information finally comes to you. And it comes from unexpected sources. So I guess it's when the student is ready, the information will appear. But they have to initiate it. The student has to initiate wanting the knowledge. You know, they have to ask the question. They have to go within themselves and begin to experience introspection to the point where they question these beliefs. Do I really believe this, or do I just believe it because my mother, father told me this? Or because the school system told me this? Or because television told me this? Is it in fact real? You know, and that's the journey. That is ultimately the journey of self-discovery. And as Aristotle said, you know, no matter what, know thyself. And those are the first steps to getting to know yourself, is to question everything, especially what you believe to be real, that you yourself have not experienced. Once you have experienced it, then you know that you know that you know. Okay? And then it doesn't matter what anybody else says. It just doesn't, because you already know. So, I hope I addressed that well.
May I ask whether the Pleiadians are family too, as you do not seem to hold them in very high esteem? I have many books from Barbara Marcini. I can worry that much resonates with me.
The answer to that is yes. And yes, maybe I've been a little broad in the past with our Pleiadian brothers and sisters. But there is one specific group that has caused a great deal of problems here. And that's the group from the Aldebaran star. They've really mucked things up here. They have in the past. They really, really have. And they haven't really owned it. But yeah, there's a great deal of support from many star nations, and the Pleiadians would be, the Pleiadian star system is one of those. Yes, ma'am. So, to answer your question, yes, they are brothers and sisters.
Thank you for making that very strong distinction. And I think there's a lot of people who mix up the Aldebarans with the Pleiadians, and I mean it's a very separate place. The Aldebaran is that big red star between Orion and the Pleiades, and the Pleiades are kind of 33 degrees away, strangely. Anyway, but we have a lot of our own history with the Pleiades, don't we?
Yes, we do, and most of it is positive. But the latter part of our experience with those from the Aldebaran system who identified themselves as Pleiadians hasn't been positive. They screwed up really big. you know, and they left a wake of destruction here. So, but you know, that will all be taught to us. You know, at some point, and I'm guessing when things start to begin to calm down, you know, we will all be given a history lesson of Earth and us, who we are, where we fit in, you know, to the grand scheme of things. And I myself, I hope to be alive to have that experience because I love history. I'm looking forward to that part, and you know, and to be able to, you know, share what I have with others as I have done over these years. But it's going to be really great for everyone else to get it and to be on the same page and say, wow, and because it will help us choose as a race what it is we want as a race, where we want to go as a race. You know, together we will be able to make all these decisions together because we will all be on the same page. You know, and there is a great deal of strength in that. You know, imagine the focus of all of humanity in one direction that serves humanity, not just a few. Okay? Imagine the focus, imagine the power in that, and the self-empowerment of humanity that will come out of such a process. I'm really excited about that. I really, really am. I think it would be awesome. I do.
Me too. And to that end, this is one of the reasons that I've been trying to bring all these speakers into roundtables. Is I want to get the collective galactic history, not necessarily from the victor's point of view, and to get the true history. Because, you know, it's just even for my own sake, I want to know who I am, and I think everybody else wants to know who they are. So, yeah, any ideas that you want, any people that you'd like to say, I really want to bring so-and-so in, let me know, and we'll make it happen. I can make that happen. I will make it happen, Alex. For you.
There you go. There you go.
For you, for our children, for our children's children. So we're looking at what everybody's been calling the end game right now.
But it's actually not the end game. It's not the end game. And maybe, and you know,
there's always this feeling that, oh, this is just one more, and this one more, and then just one more, and then everything will be fine. And there's still, there's a lot more to go. You know, there's the long game aspect.
Okay, I don't know about fine, because that word entails a lot of different meanings to a lot of different people. There is going to be dramatic change, physically, spiritually, economically. The reality that we've been living in, which has been a trap, unbeknownst to almost all of us, it's been a box. As that changes and it begins to dissolve, the reality of what we think life is, as that begins to dissolve, new possibilities, new ideas of what life could be are going to be introduced. That is going to cause many people to have to rethink who they think they are, what they think life has really been about, the intention and purpose of life, and the possibility of actually being someone who can actually create their own reality. And what I'm talking about is living without money, living without fear, living without struggle, and not living in survival. Almost none of us know what that's like. We have no idea. And if we were presented a reality like that, we would have to totally change who we think we are. Because then we're left with, well, God, who is it that I want to be? And then you can pursue that reality for yourself without guilt, without anything. You can pursue to be whoever it is that you want to be. And the possibility that some of our young people, and maybe some of us vintage folks, will actually be able to get on a starship and move into our solar system and look at other planets and choose to, in a sense, go back to school to learn a non-planetary science. Okay? The possibilities are endless. And this is going to happen with many of us. You know?
So that's fine. That'd be fine. That's fine by me. I'd be fine by you. I'm sure it's fine by everybody else who's on this call. So I think that, but yeah, fine. It would be fine. Ah, great.
I mean, I'm certainly down with that.
Yeah, I'm down with that, as you would say. Yeah, why not?
You know?
Do you know which specific events must occur in order for the mentees to remember what they've been taught in their dreams? Yeah, when is the kind of, oh, I know, oh, I remember you kind of thing going to happen?
You know, Lauren, you always ask really good questions. You really do.
It does, doesn't it?
She does. There are two mechanisms at work here. Some will be triggered by an event, and others will be triggered by a frequency, a harmonic. That's going to hit the planet, and the Earth is literally going to ring it out. And that is going to trigger the rest. Do you understand what I'm saying? A frequency, a specific frequency is going to hit Earth. She is going to ring that frequency like a bell out through the surface. And that is going to trigger everybody else. There you go. It'll be a little bit more magnificent than that, I'm
Probably
sure.
a few more octaves lower. Perhaps this is like high.
I think the frequency will be something very high. I do. Those are the two triggers. Yeah. I don't know the events. I don't know the events. I'm not one of the event people. I'm one of the frequency people.
So I have a supplementary question, Alex, about frequencies, and there's been long an idea that you can kind of reveal these people behind their cloaking devices if you sang a pair of frequencies at them, like a kind of, you know, the MF tone on the telephone, that if you sent two particular frequencies, it would kind of disable their thing, and you'd see them for real, who they are. And a few weeks ago, you know, back to Hillary, there were these journalists, and they both kind of squealed at the same time, and Hillary leapt back in this very strange way. I mean, she has been behaving very strangely. Any comment?
Which Hillary is the one that you're referring to?
Oh, I think clone number 37, probably. Clone number 37 malfunction.
Yeah.
All right, get you. I hear you. Okay. All right. All right. So you got more? No more. Okay.
I don't have that, other than for me at the moment, it's just an inner knowing. It's an intuition. It's a gut instinct. You know, when I first meet someone, I give a lot of credence to how I first feel about them. You know, that first 15, 30 seconds. You know, and then I go from there.
That's what they say, first impressions. And I think personally, when I work with people, the first thing that comes into their mind, that's the thing that is the most true, and everything else becomes, as you say, overthinking.
remember this also. Some of us, and I don't know the number, but some of us, many of us, have come back in time to right a terrible wrong, which means some of us have actually been through these next few stages that are coming up. It didn't turn out well, but apparently that's all changed, which is why we've come back to redo a specific event or signature. So many of these things that you are, much of the deja vu that some of you are experiencing, you're experiencing it because you've experienced it already once before. And you're basically going over your steps that you did the last time. Okay? To either an event or a harmonic frequency, which flips everything, and sets it on a brand new path that is beneficial for everyone, for all. Okay? So, because that's information we've talked about as well in the past. You see, it's interesting how it all kind of loops, and it's now all starting to come back because we're now moving in a very direct way towards our future. And that future is magnificent for humanity. That future is full of incredible growth, incredible compassion, incredible self-knowledge and self-empowerment. And for those who know it, they're never going to give it up. They're never going to surrender it. They're going to give everything they have to make sure that that's where we get to. And that just doesn't mean here on the surface. It also means out there as well, because it benefits everyone for humanity to get to this place. Okay? So it's interesting. Things are definitely speeding up. I mean, you said September 23rd. I mean, didn't it go by fast?
Tell me all about it. I looked at it. I thought, it is the 23rd. Oh, wow. And we just gone past it, and I've just been on this trip, and it's just everything is completely. It feels like we're running along the surface of this potentially very slippery, but there's enough push that we're moving along it, like riding a bicycle down a hill.
There you go. That's a great analogy. Well, we are moving faster than the speed of light at this point. We are. Everybody is. Okay, because our thinking is changing. Our minds are working faster. And that reflects in the speed of light. Okay? So, okay. The speed of light doesn't control it. Consciousness controls the speed of light. Remember, this is our creation. We are creating this. Okay, our focus has created this. There is no shrugging off that responsibility, both the good and the bad. So now we need to do is to be an observer, take a step back, empower ourselves to create what it is we really, really want. Okay, not to let another group of aliens or ETs or reptilians or governments say, no, we want this because this will keep you suppressed, this will keep us in control, this will keep us wealthy and you in poverty. No. No, we can't go for that anymore. Okay, we know where that ends up. Okay, it's a shitstorm for everyone but the elite. Okay, so that's over. That's over.
Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you found it insightful, please like the video, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon so you don't miss out on future updates. If you have any questions relating to today's video, please also leave them below. We read all the comments and take on board what our viewers have to say about Alex Collier's work. Remember, your support helps Alex Collier's knowledge and the messages from the Andromedans reach more people. If you'd like to support the channel even more, you can give us a super thanks tip by clicking the heart icon with a $sign. It really helps our team bring you more content. Also, be sure to visit alexcollier.org to sign up for our regular email newsletter. It's the best way to stay updated with the latest news, exclusive content, and upcoming live webinars. For the latest insights from Alex Collier, check out alexcollier.live. And if you want to explore over 250 past webinars, head over to alexcollier.tv. Thank you for being a part of this journey and supporting Alex Collier's work. We couldn't do this without you, and we're genuinely grateful for your support. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring the vast mysteries of our universe. If you would like to see the Andromedan contactee Alex Collier live via video stream, we hold a live online seminar every Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. For more information on upcoming live webinars, please visit alexcollier.org.